constituency. Melita, good to see you. Perhaps you could tell us what the mood there is. Is there anticipation? Do they expect that their member of parliament will be tapped to be Deputy President William Ruto's running mate for the presidency?
Yes, indeed, Olive. The excitement and the anticipation here in Mathira constituency is palpable. And the crowds have been building up here in Aberdare Resort, just waiting just to get the big announcement. Even as the clock ticks here, there has been chatting from the supporters of the Member of Parliament from this region, Rigathi Gachagua. Remember, this is his political turf, and people here are just waiting to see whether he will be picked as the running mate for the Deputy President William Ruto. Allow me to speak to Wahome Wamatinga, the engineer, and also the aspirant for Nyeri senatorial seat. Thank you so much for joining us. Perhaps, what do you expect today, and why Rigathi Gachagua?
Well, thank you very much. My name is Engineer Wahome Wamatinga, a senatorial candidate from a new party here in Nyeri County. I think the ground is heavily expectant because we know that Rigathi Gachagua, they're looking at someone who has his profile, someone who's been able to stand with these people. We know that he's pushed the GML agenda. We know that he was in the forefront fighting for the matatus when they were being worked on. We know that he was in the forefront again fighting for the people, the farmers in the Mount Kenya region when the irrigation projects were knocked down. What we are looking at is someone who has the profile that will stand for the people. We are heavily expectant because we know that Rigathi Gachagua is one of the people who have been standing and standing for Anjiko, and we know that cannot be compromised when it comes to pushing for people's agenda. That's why we are heavily expectant. However, we are saying that any candidate who fits the profile of Rigathi Gachagua would be welcome, without wanting to put any terms or dictating why he should be picked. We as people of Nyeri, and indeed the Raja Mount Kenya region, we feel that we do not have enough readers who fits the description and the profile that Rigathi Gachagua has shown the last couple of years.
Engineer, but this could go either way. Remember, we also have three other aspirants who've been fronted in Mount Kenya, favorables rather, for the running mate position. Perhaps if Rigathi Gachagua does not get, does this have any impact on the DP's Ruto's camp rather?
Well, I would really not want to say that it will have any impact. What we know is that one of the biggest mobilizers in Mount Kenya region is Rigathi Gachagua. Without wanting to dictate the terms and conditions for the deputy president to pick a candidate, we would want to say that we know that picking Rigathi Gachagua would really boost his image, would really boost his mobilization power, because we know Rigathi Gachagua is one of the few people who are actually very, very endowed with mobilization power. We know that he has mastery in pursuing and prosecuting the agendas that he stands for with the Kenya of the Mount Kenya region. And that's why we are saying that we, without wanting to dictate what the deputy president will do or must do, we are saying that Rigathi Gachagua can be a very, very big boost to his presidential campaign.
Thank you so much, Engineer Wahome Wamatinga. Allow me to speak to Geoffrey Wandeto, who's also an aspirant in Tetu. Thank you so much for joining us on NTV. Perhaps, what are your sentiments regarding Rigathi Gachagua being fronted as a running mate for DP Ruto?
We are very, very excited about the prospect that Rigathi Gachagua would be the Deputy President or the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And if you look at this gentleman's track record, his background, the things that he has been advocating for, his stand on things like guaranteed minimum returns for tea, for coffee, for our milk, it resonates very, very well with the challenges that we are facing. If I may give Tetu as an example, these are the sort of things that we are also pushing for, and we believe that you'll be a catalyst to ensure that some of these things are passed in Parliament. We have issues like water for irrigation in Tetu, so that's why we are all fully behind this bid. We are very, very excited, and we are very, very hopeful that our dream of having him as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya will come live today.
Thank you so much, Geoffrey Wandeto. Allow me to speak to Duncan Maina. Thank you so much for joining us. I remember there was a point that the Deputy President stood in Karatina and said, please give me Rigathi Gachagua to campaign with him and go on the campaign trail to ask people of Kenya for votes. Perhaps, does this resonate with the people? Have the people accepted, and what are they expecting today?
It is absolutely clear that Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua is not the ordinary politician. He is a person who puts on his shoulders the aspirations and the needs of the people who elected him, and as a legion, he is a good representative. Before thinking about positions, his first and foremost position is the welfare of the common man, the welfare of the region, and a good return for the sweat of the common man. And therefore, Rigathi inspires hope across the nation. When he speaks for the people of Mount Kenya and the people of Nyeri, he speaks about the people in the Rift Valley who are also farmers. He speaks about. He also speaks for the fish farmers in Nyanza. He speaks for the sugarcane farmer in Western, and therefore he brings a total paradigm shift, a total new approach to the way leaders have gone about the business of leading in this country. He brings a lot of hope not only to us but to very many Kenyans. And he comes across as somebody who is very loyal to what he believes in and what he stands for. And the fact that he's willing to go beyond his normal personal comfort to stand for what is generally the general good of the common man is very appealing for everybody.
Thank you so much, Duncan Maina. They are speaking to us from Karatina here in Nyeri County. And of course, these are leaders who are just putting their weight behind Rigathi Gachagua, even as they wait for the big announcement. Remember also, the announcement that will be made today will be a very vital determinant in the 50+1 threshold of the Constitution, in which the presidential aspirant is expected to meet the threshold in order to be voted in. And in the event that maybe they don't meet the 50+1, then there will be a rerun of the election. So of course we are keeping our ears and eyes on the ground here just to see what will take place after the announcement, and even before, even as we talk to more of the leaders here. Back to you in studio, Olive.
All right, thank you very much, Melita. Melita, is there optimism, do you think, that Rigathi Gachagua will be the man tapped?
Well, Olive, pegging this conversation around what the people of Mathira constituency rather are talking about Rigathi Gachagua. You've just heard from the speakers here talking about his track record as an administrative officer. Remember, Rigathi Gachagua has been one of the loyal supporters of Deputy President William Ruto, starting from when we had the Tanga faction, moving on to the UDA party, and now the Kenya Kwanza party, and he has been touted by leaders to be the most, fit as running mate for DP Ruto. And this is something that here in his political turf, the leaders here, as you've just heard, are also saying that they feel the time has come for Rigathi Gachagua to actually be picked by Deputy President William Ruto. And Olive, just a few months ago, the Deputy President William Ruto actually hinted on this when he stood in Karatina Market, and he said, asking the people of Mathira constituency to actually allow him to go on the campaign trail with Rigathi Gachagua. This was actually a subtle way to say that Rigathi Gachagua maybe could be one of the people he is considering for this position. And probably as we wait, even as the clock ticks towards that major announcement, then maybe some of these factors, Olive, will unveil in the major announcement. So for now, it's a wait and see, but from the voices that resonate on the ground, people here are hoping rather that this, this peak would actually come to Mathira constituency and also central Kenya as a whole. But also, Olive, we cannot turn a blind eye to other leaders that have been fronted for this region, including Kindiki, Kithure, the senator for Tharaka Nithi, and also Anne Waiguru, the governor of Kirinyaga County. So we understand that there are also meetings that are ongoing in those different counties. Of course, we have Angina Kirori, who is in Tharaka Nithi County, will also be speaking to us about that. But here in Mathira, as I've told you, this is what is happening. People here are just waiting and anticipating, hoping that this will be Rigathi Gachagua's time. Back to you in studio.
All right, thank you very much, Melita.